I'm sitting in the car. There's a typhoon coming. Turn the engine off. There's a reason for that. And I want to tell you how. Really, this message is for Emily, my daughter. I'm going to put this in the messages for Emily playlist. I want to tell you a little bit about Papa, because I'm a selfish guy. No, it's like I said before and stuff. I wish I knew more about my dad. He didn't record much, so I'm recording this for you. You and your mother saved me from a fate that isn't bad, but it isn't good either necessarily. At first, it's hard to describe it. If I say it in words, in plain words, it comes out sounding bad because there really isn't. There isn't. The only words that I can come up to describe this either sound really bad, or they sound really self-serving, or arrogant, or imaginative. So let me say it and then I'll explain it. If it wasn't for you and your mother, I would be homeless in the best way. And it's not the route I want to go. But I want to be a family man. Clearly, Emily, you are, you have been since you arrived, and I'm a beacon of joy for your mother and I and our extended family, and I wouldn't want to have missed that, nor my wife, and the marriage, the long 20 years of marriage, 25 years of being together that we've experienced in sharing life together, the wisdom that she gives me, the way that we work together to solve problems and to have adventures through life, all that stuff. If I hadn't had that, though, if your mother hadn't come along, if I hadn't stopped my skateboarding that one day at the quad at Humboldt State University to read a flyer and happen to meet your mother that one day, I would bet that I would have wound up, and I would be homeless now. And what I mean by that is the revving up, the way that my mind has wound itself up over the years. Even earlier, I mean, before I met your mother, it's not just, and I don't think that would have changed it. It was happening then. I actually tried to go homeless. About 2 years into our marriage, I tried it, and I escaped away to the, I think it hurt your mother. We weren't married, we were dating, and I left. I bought a Jeep, and I packed it up, and I went off into the desert. I planned really to, I had said to everybody that I was going to be gone for a while. I meant roughly a year or two, but I had meant really I was going to be gone for good. I was going to be adventuring and exploring and letting myself go wild. And I not a week into the trip, I kind of realized what I was missing, because your mother was a very special person to me. Really, honestly, it was love at first sight. From our first date together, I fell for her, and probably it wasn't the this blathering, slathering type of oh, I love you type of thing. It was like, wow, this person is somebody that is like me. She is, even though your mother and I are very different. We both have the same spirit of curiosity towards what is unknown and what is different, and a restlessness of what we have at this moment. And we've been lucky to share that together. Your mother is far more practical than I am. In that during the years, she's different. When before you came along, she was more. Well, she wasn't a mother. That's what it was. And when she became a mother, she got serious with the business of being a mother, because you are her, the focus of her life. And she's even told me that. She says, this is the time that I need to be focused on the job of raising our daughter. And she didn't even say you should be doing the same thing, even though I try my best. She carries the weight on that. She's really good at that. And so she has not only does she have the spirit of curiosity that I have always had, but she also has the ability to be practical as well. So I got out in the desert there, and I sat. I've told this in other videos. I sat on top of that mountain with my Jeep parked down below. No, I mean no campgrounds or anything. It's just out in the middle of nowhere, 4-wheel drive, and to get out there. And I was going to stay the night out there, and I did stay the night out there. But I could see off in the distance the lightning flashing on those peaks so far away I couldn't even hear the thunder. Just periodically a distant roar would have come through. And I sat up there, and I had this realization that if I went this course, I was going to have what I wanted, which was a life of adventure, and what I wanted, which was a life of attempting to break the tethers and the connections with society. And I was willing to become a freak and an outcast, self-exiled, and disconnected. I didn't realize at that time just how disconnected that could possibly be, but life has since shown me other people who've done the same thing, and I've made videos about this. One video called Semaphores from the Edge. It's on this channel, where I talk about how you get so far away that you can't even. Those who make that journey can go so far away from the here and now that whatever they're discovering, whatever they're finding, are nothing more than like distance semaphores, semaphore signaling from far away. That those of us who remain behind can't really understand what's going on, and they look weird and strange. You've probably known people like that. I've known several, and I was willing to become one of those, and I was willing to give up all this, and I would have done that had it not been for the two of you. And I said before, homeless in the best way. And what I mean by in the best way was because it wouldn't have been a homeless from necessarily from tragedy or mental illness or something like that. It would have been a choice to do this. And I would have embraced it, and it may have led to tragedy, it may have led to mental illness, or at least it would have looked like tragedy and mental illness from the outside. That's quite possible. I wonder how many that we see out there homeless that may be simply in a world of their own design or their own choice in venturing into, and we just can't get it because we don't know. Wow, the rain's coming down now. Typhoon's on its way. It's going to be here. It's arriving now. It's going to be here. It's here now. But I wanted to tell you that if it hadn't been for your mother and you, that is the route I would have gone down. And I don't talk about it with anybody because I don't, and especially not with your mother, because I don't want to concern her. But it pulls me sometimes. You feel it. It's coming just now. That's why I'm motivated to pull this over, and I won't heed it. Because I've made my choice, and I'm happy with my choice. And I'm really lucky to have your mother who allows me to indulge in that. To basically any capacity that I want. She wants me to be safe and come home at the end of the day, but this allows me to be an adventurer in a mild manner. And as you get older, I will become an adventurer more in earnest. I have to take great care of myself when I'm young, because when you're young, because I have to make sure that I'm around to take care of you, and I have to take care of myself as long as I'm alive, because I'll be married to your mother and have to take care of her, and I have that responsibility. But I also will be endeavoring to become that, to be that person that I was when I met your mother, whom she is as well, to in her own way. But you don't see it too much now because of her motherness. But as you grow older, you'll probably see that emerge more. I know what she's like. She's a wonderful person on both sides of the coin, and I'm a blessed man to have her in my life, and by extension, you, my little girl. And I'm glad that I'm not a homeless wanderer in the best way, and I'm glad out there because I would have missed out on being your father and the wife to your mother, the husband to your wife, the husband to your mother. Well, if my tongue's twisted that much, it's time I better go. I'm going to turn off the camera, go on home, and we'll have a nice dinner. We're going to hunker in together and wait out this typhoon as it arrives. I love you, my sweetie, and don't ever forget that, okay? All right, sweet, goodbye, sweetie. Daddy is so happy that he had the chance to be your daddy, and I am your daddy, as long as I am. Okay. See you later, sweetie. Bye-bye.